Hi everyone, Tim here with TC Home Inspections. Today's topic is water quality. What you need to know before buying that next property about the water, where does that water come from, and is that water safe to drink? So if you think about where water comes from, there's two basic sources. For those homes that are located in town, they're going to be placed on a municipal public system. The other type of water that's provided to a home is going to be from a private well, those homes located in a more rural setting. A private well is nothing more than a system that takes water out of the ground from an aquifer and pushes it up into the home. Both systems are important for you to know about. And for health reasons, you should understand if the water is good for drinking. So the main thing to know is on a municipal system, as a buyer looking at purchasing a home in town, there are a couple things that you can do to really understand the water supply. One of the easiest things that we recommend people do is to contact the local municipalities, contact the local health department, and find out on that municipal system how often they test the water. And then second, find out what components of the water they're testing for. Those are really important. Now, as an inspection company, we get involved in a lot of water testing when it has to do with a private well system in a rural setting. So what we are often asked to do is come in and provide a water analysis for our clients so that they know that water is safe to drink. And we kind of follow the guidelines of our local health department in our service area, and most of them recommend for any purchase, any home that's purchased, you should analyze that water for two components. One is a total bacteria count and also a nitrate test. So those are the two components that our local health department recommends that we test for. So we recommend that test to most of our clients also. So if you look at bacteria in general and the nitrate level, the reason those are considered a basic water test in our business is because long-term clinical trials have definitely shown that the presence of bacteria or an elevated nitrate level can certainly cause health concerns in both children and adults. Nitrate levels that are elevated, exposure to a child over a long period of time can actually cause cognitive development issues. So it's important to know the presence of bacteria and the level of your nitrates. Now, in a home where there's a private well, it is not uncommon to find bacteria in the well water. And the reason for that is because bacteria is common in our environment, it's everywhere, but you certainly don't want to be drinking it in your well water. And the simplest thing you can do is have it tested for. There are a number of sources that we commonly see in our business, avenues if you will, where bacteria can enter your water supply. The one that's really common is on the exterior of a home where your well casing comes above the soil surface. There's a cap, and you should always make sure that cap is secure. If it ever becomes loose, that could be an avenue for insects to get in and die in the well casing and have or create a positive bacteria growth. Another very common area in a home where bacteria tends to grow very easily is at the end of your tap, those little screens called aerators, and they can become calcified and they can actually hold on to bacteria, and bacteria could live at the end of that faucet or that tap. So the main thing to know is those should be kept clean. The caps should be cleaned on the well or secured on the well casing. Those are very important things you can do as a homeowner to make sure your water remains free of bacteria. Well, let's say that you commission us to do a water quality test, and we do the standard test, a bacteria and a nitrate, and it comes back with a positive bacteria growth. The main thing to know is don't get overly concerned about it, because in most cases it's something that can be easily fixed. And the way you fix that is to chlorinate your well system. Some people call it shocking the system, but basically you're flushing out the lines with a chlorine or bleach solution to kill the bacteria growth, and it no longer is an issue. So those are the things you need to know. And then in regards to nitrate levels, there are certain nitrate levels that the EPA has set in practice that you're allowed to have water with a certain amount of nitrates, and anytime you go over that, you should have the nitrate level reduced. And in our service area, it's 10 parts per million, so anything less than that is usually allowable. Anything more than that should be treated. And the way that's easily treated is by installing what's called a reverse osmosis device. usually under your kitchen sink where most of your drinking water comes from, and that will filter the water and reduce the nitrate level in your water. So there are things that you can easily do, but the bottom line is you won't know if you have bacteria or nitrates unless you test, because you can't smell or taste either one of those components. Now, from time to time, we are asked by clients, maybe they're really well educated or they've been doing a lot of reading on water quality. Maybe they've come from a location of the country that they had water containment or contamination problems. So those clients from time to time will ask us for additional testing. And one of those additional testing is called a partial chemistry screen. And so I wrote the components down that we include on a partial chemistry screen. And these are things that are commonly done to further evaluate the well quality or the water quality. The first thing is the partial chemistry screen is something that looks at fluoride, it looks at chloride, it also looks at the hardness of the water, it looks at the nitrate and nitrite levels of the water, sulfates, sodium, and iron. So those are the components of a partial chemistry that's performed. We can do that test, or you can take a water sample to a local state certified laboratory that has the type of equipment that would break that water down into those components. So though that is an additional test that can be performed for your well water quality. In addition to that, again, it goes back to people's background and what they've heard about a particular area after doing research. It might be something they're concerned about because of in an industry or contamination site that was present nearby the home they're buying. Two additional tests we are often asked to perform is a lead test on the well water. Copper testing is common, and also arsenic, the presence of arsenic in the drinking water. So there are a lot of different types of tests you can perform outside the basic bacteria and the nitrate test. If you have additional concerns, or you find out there was a factory or there was a problem in that area with the well water quality. So I hope this is beneficial to you. Please look into the water quality, as it can be a health concern. Many people ask about us when they set up a property inspection. If this has been helpful, give me a thumbs up and let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the next video.